MEE6 thought I wouldn't notice what they did, but I caught them red-handed. I'm gonna make MEE6 look even worse in this video by talking about the music plugin, talking about top.gg protecting MEE6, and finally an insider's perspective on the whole fiasco. Now, if you're not a degenerate like myself that loves Discord news and you don't know what Rhythm or Groovy is and why they shut down, well, Rhythm basically got shut down because it was a music bot and it got contacted by YouTube to basically stop or you're gonna get sued. You can't have a Discord bot that plays music from YouTube videos and also have some sort of premium version of your bot. Now here's the funny thing, MEE6 actually previously did this. They're breaking the rules just like Rhythm and Groovy, and I called them out on it, and guess what happened? MEE6 actually disabled the music plugin. I thought this was a fat W. Finally, equal justice for all the Discord bots. Well boyos, MEE6 snuck past my watch while I was too busy talking about how parents are suing Fortnite, and guess what they did? They re-enabled their music plugin. And guess what, boys? I think it's time for a live demonstration of this happening. So I go to the MEE6 support server, and of course, I gotta go to the music channel because I love hearing MEE6 music instead of just going on Spotify and listening to music for myself. Now I'm gonna go to the commands channel. I'm just gonna do /play, and I'm gonna make sure I'm MEE6, and I'm gonna search for a URL. I'm gonna paste in a YouTube URL. This is my favorite video of all time, and I click play, and
hello, YouTube. It's my birthday today!
It still plays YouTube videos, as we saw right now. This is a YouTube link. I click on it, oh, it'll take me to a YouTube page. It's like MEE6 thinks they can do whatever the heck they want because they're a big, massive Discord bot and they have very close ties with Discord higher-ups. But here's the thing, MEE6 isn't the only culprit here. We also have to call out Discord for letting this happen. It's like they're just turning a blind eye to MEE6's mischief. Now, do we point our fingers and call out corruption? Well, I can't really prove anything, but there's definitely some sort of glue holding these two together. MEE6 and Discord, best buds. But we know one company that is glued to MEE6 for one reason, and it's money, baby. Now, in my last MEE6 video, I talked about how MEE6 sent a whole bunch of DM advertisements to promote their bot on top.gg, and people got so upset by MEE6 that their server was temporarily closed, which is, it's something I shouldn't be laughing at, but I mean, if you have to temporarily close your Discord server due to the backlash, you know you did something wrong. Now, let me make it clear, getting mad at MEE6 and their Discord server is not going to do anything because, to be honest, MEE6 doesn't care about you. Now, let's get back on track for a second. Some people were upset that top.gg didn't take any action against MEE6 for breaking Discord's terms of service, because on top.gg, if you break Discord's terms of service, you're not allowed on the website. That's a very brief summary. So why didn't top.gg do anything about it? Well, this will be very important later on. Trust me, you see where my mouse is hovering over? That's very important. Now, just to show you that there's no bad blood between top.gg and MEE6 and that they're homies forever, baby, MEE6 actually released a new feature called free credits, where if you do /vote, what happens is that your server members can vote for MEE6 on top.gg, and you as the server owner get free premium credits for MEE6. So every single vote you get is 1 cent towards MEE6 premium. Now you might be thinking, why does MEE6 even care about upvotes? Is it just like Reddit upvotes that literally mean nothing? Well, no, my small peanut brain put its 2 brain cells together, and I figured out 2 reasons why MEE6 wants upvotes. And the first one is completely obvious, right? If you go to top.gg, it's actually listed by who has the most number of upvotes. So Probot has 2.3 million, Monday has 1.7, and MEE6 right now only has 24,000, which really isn't a lot. You need to scroll down a lot and go through multiple pages just to see MEE6. So if they have more upvotes, then they'll be higher up on the list and more people will be likely to click on MEE6. But the second reason, and this is the main reason why MEE6 is doing it, is because of top.gg credits. If you get 1,000 upvotes, you get $1 US. Well, that's a lot of money. But you also get $15 after your first 100 votes. So I started wondering, how much money did MEE6 make by pulling this DM advertising stunt? And time to put on my little detective hat and start digging. Thankfully for me, some little sugar plum on the internet made a fantastic website that allows me to see the top.gg statistics for any Discord bot. So we're going to use this little graph here, and I'll zoom in to make it a little bit clear. But basically, before the DM advertising thing, MEE6 only got 76,000 upvotes, but if we move up, their total number of votes is 199,000. Oh my gosh. And it turns out, doing some sort of complex math using polynomials and stuff, it turns out that MEE6 made a crisp $145 $100 in credits. And those credits are being used for advertising, baby. Of course, MEE6 is doing this for some sort of reason. Wouldn't it be nice to figure out how much money MEE6 spends on ads? Because you can see they're promoted right here. They, of course, are paying for an advertisement. This is where the video gets juicy, ladies and gentlemen, because I went to the top.gg server and guess what I found? They have a channel called Bids, which basically shows you how much money each bot or each Discord server pays for advertising. And I have a severe amount of brain damage, and I spent hours in this channel, and in Google Sheets, it was a nightmare, but I did it for you, dear viewer. And here's how the bidding system works. Basically what happens is that every Tuesday, bot developers duke it out and set their CPM, or cost per thousand views, and budget. It's a cutthroat world out there in the bids channel, folks. Let me tell you, fierce competition going on. Whoever has the highest CPM by the start of the next week actually gets their ad placed on top.gg. Now here's the thing, this system is even more complex than I thought, because basically even if you lose the ad auction and you're in like second or third place, you can still have your ad shown on the website. If you look at this little chart, for example, bidder 1 basically bids $4 at a $100 budget. So once their budget runs out because they've shown 25,000 ads, then bidder 2 will have their ad shown. And once their budget runs out, then it goes to bidder 3, and it continues on until every single budget has run out or the time period is over. If that made no sense, it really doesn't matter, because let's just get to the main point of this whole thing. Crackhead me, I don't know what I was smoking, but I took every single bid that MEE6 made in this channel. Yes, I'm that crazy. I don't know what happened, but I put down every single bid that MEE6 made. Now this spreadsheet looks really bad, and the main thing I want you to point out is the title of the spreadsheet, because it definitely makes sense. These numbers are ballpark, I'm just going to make it clear, but there's one very important thing I want to point out while I was going through all this data. MEE6 paid $1,000 for a music bot ad slot. Let me zoom in for my grandma viewers. MEE6 paid $1,000 at 4.3 CPM for a music slot promotion. MEE6 is giving money to top.gg to promote their music bot that isn't supposed to be on the platform. So anyways, of course, in every single spreadsheet at the very bottom, I have everything tallied up in terms of how much money they spent. And gee willy boy. Basically, if MEE6 won every single bid, which they didn't by the way, they would have paid $171,000. But that's a really bad estimation, and let's be a little conservative, and let's say that MEE6 only won half of their auctions. So that would mean that they spend $85,000. Now, if you want a final number that you just want to tell people, just say that MEE6 spent $100,000 this year promoting their Discord bot on top.gg alone. And that's not including any other place that they advertise. And I also want to point out that there's this mushroom bot, and if you think MEE6 spends a lot of money, Mushroom spends a lot more. And if someone wants to do the math for this, be my guest, because I would rather punch myself in the ball sack than do this whole entire spreadsheet again. Why do I really care about how much MEE6 spends on ads? Well, it ties into the whole entire controversy surrounding top.gg not caring about MEE6 breaking Discord's terms of service. When top.gg got called out on it, they just said, not our problem. But now we know why it's not their problem, because MEE6 paid them $100,000 in advertisement. Now, to be fair, you could argue that top.gg doesn't want to be the Discord police, because Discord technically should be moderating this and saying whether or not MEE6 is breaking the rules. But honestly though, it's extremely easy for me to just point fingers and cry corruption. But let's be real for a second. You and I, hypothetically speaking, if you were in top.gg's shoes, would you turn down $100,000 just for a slight hit to your integrity? Let me know in the comments below. All right, let's move away from moral hypotheticals and let's get on to the juicy insider knowledge I've been teasing you with. Let me give you an insider's perspective of MEE6's descent into becoming a money-hungry monster. Now here's how it all went down. MEE6 started out as a small, tight-knit community of users and moderators, but as the bot grew in popularity, the cost of maintaining it also grew. MEE6 turned their role rewards feature, where you get a role if you reach a certain level, into a premium-only service. And the MEE6 community was notably upset about this. Tons of hate was spewed towards MEE6, and the ones that had to deal with it were the volunteer moderators. In fact, behind the scenes, the volunteer moderators were trying to tell the developers that people were upset. Instead of listening to their users and moderators, the MEE6 developers brushed off their concerns with excuses like, oh, the statistics don't lie, and the unhappy users are just a small part of the community. It's like they were on a mission to become the Grinch of the Discord world, and things only got worse when a new lead of consumer support named Jorge was added to the team. Jorge's job was to fire all the volunteer moderators and replace them with paid employees, and that's exactly what happened. happened. The original team was disbanded and told to cut ties with the staff. Now it's time for my hot take on the situation. This screams hush money. Volunteer moderators had the ability to criticize the developers and pester them for answers because they're not paid, they're part of the community, but with paid employees, you can just pay them to deal with all the hate and keep their damn mouth shut. And I hope that this backfires in MEE6's face and people realize that they simply do not care about their community and are just trying to milk as much money out of people as possible. Regardless, if you or a friend use MEE6 and you're paying for a non-lifetime subscription, so that means you're paying every single year, every single month, tell them to use a different bot, please. There are tons of alternatives on alternatives to MEE6.com, but I personally really like Dino for moderation and AmariBot or Pepe Manager for XP and level rolls. Honestly, you can't go wrong with anything on the website. But if you want to be very devious, if you're someone that's already bought a lifetime subscription for MEE6, keep using it. No point in throwing away that money. Abuse your lifetime subscription and enable every MEE6 setting. It's like getting a lifetime supply of stale bread. You might as well make the most of it. Anyways, sweetheart, I cannot wait for the next MEE6 video because you already know that MEE6 and Discord ain't gonna do anything about this. Anyways, bye-bye. I love you very much. Mwah!